Has it ever happened to you that you open a drawer and can't close it again because it's full of things you don't use? Or that you try to clean your house and end up just moving the mess from one place to another? Living like that is exhausting, overwhelming, and often it makes you feel guilty. But it's not your fault. No one taught us how to decide what to keep, what to throw away, and what to donate. Today I want to show you a simple method that can change your home and your mind, the 3-basket method. It's very simple. You prepare 3 baskets or boxes. One is called throw away, another donate, and the last one keep. The key is to decide in the moment. Don't overthink it, don't keep it just in case, don't say I'll decide later. The decision is made right then and there. This gives you clarity, peace of mind, and real space in your home. I'm going to give you 9 practical examples so you can see how to apply this method in real-life situations at home. 1. Clothes you haven't worn in over a year. Clothes are one of the things that take up the most space at home, and also one of the hardest to let go of. We have clothes we bought with excitement but never wore. Clothes we once loved, but don't fit us the same anymore. Clothes we keep in case I lose weight, in case I gain weight, in case they come back in style, in case I have a party, in case I need it someday. But that just in case is a trap. The truth is, if you haven't worn it in a whole year, 4 full seasons have passed, 12 months, dozens of moments when you could have worn it, and you didn't. That says more than enough. Maybe you tried it on and didn't feel comfortable. Or maybe you just skipped over it because it's not your style anymore, because it reminds you of something you'd rather forget, or because it makes you feel bad when you see yourself in it. Keeping clothes out of habit or guilt makes no sense. Every piece that takes up space without purpose steals your visual and mental energy. You open your closet and see a bunch of things you don't wear, and instead of feeling like you have options, you get frustrated. You tell yourself, I have nothing to wear, while looking at a full closet. Why? Because it's full of things that are no longer for you. So ask yourself this key question and be brutally honest with yourself. Would I wear this again this week, just as I am today? Not how you were 5 years ago, not how you think you'll be in the future. Today. Does it make you feel good? Comfortable? Confident? Does it represent you? If the answer is no, the decision is made. Donate. Donating is not losing. It's freeing. It's giving that garment the chance to have a second life with someone who really needs it, who will wear it, who will enjoy it. And in return, you gain space, clarity, and a wardrobe that actually speaks of you, of who you are today. Don't hold on to clothes that make you feel guilty, uncomfortable, or not enough. Your closet should be a place of self-esteem, not punishment. So open that drawer, that rack, and piece by piece, ask yourself without fear. Because behind every donate, you are choosing yourself. 2. Kitchen containers without lids. Kitchen containers without lids are a classic example of silent clutter. We all have at least one, or several. Those orphan Tupperwares that pile up in drawers, stacked one on top of another, with the hope that one day the missing lid will magically reappear. But that day never comes. And in the meantime, they take up space. A lot of space. Have you noticed how many minutes you waste looking for a matching lid? How many times you end up using plastic wrap or a bag because you couldn't find the right container? Those minutes, that daily frustration, that drawer that won't close properly because it's full of useless stuff. All of that wears you down. All of it adds to the chaos in your kitchen, to that feeling of, I can't take it anymore. And let's be realistic, a container without a lid is useless. It doesn't store food well, it can't be stacked properly, and it's rarely actually used. You might think, well, I use it to store screws, or for the kids to play with, or just in case I need it for something someday. But that mindset, once again, is what keeps you trapped in disorder. Because while you save that container for a someday, you're sacrificing today's order. And the funny thing is, we often don't even know how many we have. They're there, mixed in with the rest, creating unnecessary mess. If you emptied the Tupperware drawer right now and placed each container next to its lid, how many would be alone? 5? 10? More? All of those, without exception, should go in the throw-away basket. Not the I'll see later, not to another hidden corner. To the basket. Because when you clean that drawer and leave only what works, the difference is felt instantly. You open and close it effortlessly. You find what you need. You realize you don't need that many. You regain control. Throwing away is not wasting. Wasting is allowing disorder to steal your space, time, and peace of mind every day. So today, without guilt and without excuses, look for those lidless containers, examine them one by one, and say goodbye. Your kitchen, your routine, and your peace of mind will thank you for it. 3. Old or disliked decorations. Home decor speaks about you, about your taste, your moments, your phases. But it can also become an echo of who you no longer are. How many things do you have at home that are just there because they've always been there? That vase someone gave you years ago, that painting with colors that no longer represent you, that ornament you once loved but now feels outdated or out of place. And yet, they're still there. On a shelf, on a table, in a corner. Not because you choose them every day, but because you no longer even see them. They've become invisible. Part of the background. But even if you don't consciously notice them, their presence weighs on you. They take up visual and emotional space. They're there every day, reminding you of something that no longer aligns with you. Decor is not just aesthetics. It's energy. It's atmosphere. It's how you feel in your home. And when that decor disconnects you instead of reconnecting you, when it brings no joy or peace but rather indifference or even annoyance, it's time to let it go. You are not obligated to keep what you no longer like. Even if it was a gift. Even if you bought it with love. Even if it cost money. What was once valuable has completed its cycle. Be thankful and let it go. It's not rejection. It's evolution. Because you have changed too. Your style has changed. Your needs, your way of seeing life, your way of living in your home. And the key lies in one very simple question. Does this make me happy when I see it? If not, donate. Don't keep it for when I have an empty shelf. Don't put it in a box in case I use it again. Don't move it from one room to another hoping it will fit. If it doesn't excite you today, if it doesn't represent you now, its place is in another home. Someone else can see it with new eyes and feel for it what you no longer feel. And if there are items you still love, that make you smile when you walk by, then yes, keep them. Give them the spotlight. Show them off. Because your home should reflect what you love, not just what you tolerate. The process of letting go of old decor is not superficial. It is deeply symbolic. It is acknowledging that your home deserves to be aligned with who you are today, not with who you were 10 years ago. It is allowing yourself to live in a space that inspires you, that makes you feel comfortable, light, happy. So walk through your house with an honest eye. Pause in front of each decorative item and ask yourself, does it still excite me? Am I proud it's here? Does it reflect what I want for my home? If the answer is no, it's time to donate. And in that small but powerful act, you're creating space. Not just physical space. Space for the new. For what's coming. For what truly represents you now. Because your home should grow with you, not remain trapped in the past. 4. Expired makeup. Expired makeup is one of the most overlooked items in the home. We keep it for years as if it were eternal. We leave it in drawers, makeup bags, purses. And there it stays, even if we no longer use it. Sometimes because we really liked it and feel bad throwing it away. Other times because it was expensive. And sometimes because we didn't even realize it had expired. But here's an uncomfortable truth. Makeup also expires, and it's not just about whether it still works, it's a health issue. Every product has a recommended shelf life after being opened. It doesn't matter if you used it only a little, if it looks almost new, or if it still smells fine. Once that time passes, it becomes a risk to your skin, your eyes, your lips. Did you know bacteria accumulate easily in products like mascara, liquid eyeliners, or cream foundations? And if you keep using them, you risk allergic reactions, irritation, acne breakouts, infections, or even more serious issues like conjunctivitis. Your skin is delicate even more so if you take care of your face daily. Here are some approximate timelines you should know. Mascara, 3 to 6 months. Yes, that's short. Because air and bacteria constantly enter and exit the tube. Liquid eyeliner, 6 months. Liquid foundation or concealer, 12 months. Lipsticks and glosses, up to 2 years if properly closed. Powder eyeshadows, blushes, pressed powders, 2 years, but if the color, texture, or smell changes, they're expired. Nail polish, 1 to 2 years, although you'll notice when they thicken or separate. Also, if a product smells strange, changes texture, separates, or hardens. Even if it hasn't passed the time, it's no longer good. You need to throw it out without guilt or excuses. You're not doing yourself a favor by using it to the last drop. On the contrary, you're risking your skin, eyes, and health. And your well-being is worth more than any product. Throwing out expired makeup is also self-care. It's sending yourself a clear message. I deserve safe, current, and healthy products. It's cleaning up your beauty routine from things that no longer serve you and that only take up space. Because when you open your makeup bag and only see what you actually use, what's in good condition, what makes you feel good, it feels like peace. Try it today. Empty all your makeup onto a table. One by one, check the dates, textures, colors. Ask yourself, did I use this in the last 6 months? Is it still within its expiry? Is it good for my skin? And with every answer, decide firmly. Don't keep it for someday. If it's been sitting and used for months, that day is not coming. If it's expired, it's trash, not a resource. And yes, it hurts to throw away something that cost money. But a doctor's visit for an eye infection or allergic reaction costs even more. So today, no second thoughts, throw it out. And by doing so, you're taking care of what matters most, yourself. 5. Broken toys or toys your children no longer play with. Toys tell stories. Each one was part of a phase, a smile, a tender moment you might still remember fondly. The stuffed animal your child slept with every night. The little car dragged all over the house. The dolls, blocks, colorful books. Yes, they're part of the memories. But very often, they also become an invisible burden. Because children grow. They change. Their tastes evolve, and so does the way they play. And what yesterday was their greatest treasure, today might be lying in the corner of a room, gathering dust. Sometimes broken. Sometimes forgotten. Sometimes intact, but simply ignored. And that's where your perspective comes in, your decision. Because a house full of unused toys doesn't just take up physical space. It also creates visual noise, clutter, distraction. It steals your energy every time you clean, every time you look for something, every time you try to organize. Broken toys aren't going to fix themselves. And let's be honest, most of the time, you're not going to fix them later either. If they've been like that for months, if they can't be used safely anymore, if they're missing important pieces, if they don't serve their purpose, it's time to throw them away. Without guilt. With decision. Because keeping them won't bring them back to life. It only adds more chaos. And if they're in good condition but no longer used, there you have a powerful opportunity. Donate them. Donating a toy in good condition is much more than freeing up space. It's giving that object a new life. It's allowing another child, perhaps one who doesn't have many toys, to discover it, value it, enjoy it. It's planting joy in another home. And that is beautiful. Do you know how many children would deeply appreciate a used but good condition toy? Many. Because not everyone is lucky enough to open a brand new box, to receive a gift just because. And you could be that reason for someone to smile. Also, involving your children in this process is educational. It teaches them the value of sharing, of letting go, of thinking about others. They can help you choose which toys they no longer use, which ones might make another child happy. Not as punishment, not as forced cleaning, but as a conscious act of generosity. A thank you toy, and now it's someone else's turn. And if it's hard to part with some because of the emotional weight they carry, remember this: memories don't live in objects. They live in your heart, in the photos, in the stories you tell. You don't need a mountain of old toys to keep your children's childhood alive. You need space, clarity, and well-being to enjoy their present. So today, with love and firmness, go through each shelf, each box, each corner where there are toys. One by one. Is it broken? Throw away. Is it intact but no longer played with? Donate. And with each decision, You move closer to a home with fewer things but more meaning, more order, more freedom, more intention. Because a tidy house is also a house that breathes. And that, you deserve. And so do your children. Accumulated paper. Accumulated paper is like dust. It settles silently, almost without you noticing, and when you do, there are already entire piles you don't even know where they came from. Electricity bills from 2 years ago. Receipts from purchases you don't even remember. Manuals for appliances that no longer exist. Ads you kept just in case. Notes you don't understand, clippings, old lists, empty envelopes, unnecessary printouts. All of that takes up physical space, but also mental space. That drawer or folder full of papers that have no real value robs you of time, clarity, and energy. Because every time you open that space, your mind is loaded with a bunch of pending decisions. You're faced with things that no longer serve, but you still haven't let go. And that creates noise, disorder, visual stress. It's very easy to save a piece of paper. It's so light, it doesn't bother you. But when they pile up, they turn into a giant weight. Not because of their volume, but because of what they symbolize: postponed decisions. Things you didn't finish. Order you never made. That's why today is the perfect time to decide. One by one. Old bills, if they're already paid, if the necessary time for any claim has passed, they have no reason to be there. Today everything is digital. If you need a copy, you can download it. But there's no point in keeping bills from 2022. Throw away. Manuals for things you no longer have. Are you still keeping the microwave manual you threw out 3 moves ago? Or for a phone that doesn't even work anymore? If that item no longer exists in your house, its manual has no reason to be there either. Throw away. Grocery lists from months ago. What's the point in keeping a note that said bread, milk, and detergent from last June? None. Just visual noise. Just unnecessary weight. Throw away. Paper payment receipts. Check if you need to keep them for legal or accounting reasons. If not, digitize them and eliminate the physical paper. Less risk, more order. Papers with doodles, meaningless notes, expired promotions, expired warranties. If you're not going to use them this week, if you don't need them for a specific and current task, they shouldn't still be there. And don't fool yourself with the famous, just in case. That thought is the main cause of paper clutter. Because that just in case rarely comes. In the meantime, you accumulate more and more. Do this, take a pile. Not the whole mountain, just one. Go through it paper by paper. Ask yourself, does this paper serve me today for something concrete? Does it have real, legal, or emotional value? Could I easily replace it if I needed to? If the answer is no, don't think twice, throw away. And if there are papers you do need, store them properly. In labeled folders. Separated by type. Clear. Organized. So that when you look for them, you find them. That is useful organization. By clearing your space of unnecessary paper, you won't just see fewer things. You'll feel lighter. You'll breathe differently. You'll have more room for what truly matters. Because in a house with less useless paper, there's more space for calm. For what's real. For what's alive. So today, with a bag in hand and a determined mind, throw away what has already served its purpose. Your home will thank you. And so will you. 7. Old underwear or with worn-out elastic. Underwear is one of those things we use every single day, but often overlook when cleaning. We get so used to seeing it there, folded or wrinkled in the drawer, that we don't stop to think, is it really in good condition? Does it still serve its purpose? Does it make me feel comfortable, confident, good? The truth is, old, stretched out, faded underwear or ones with worn-out elastics have no place in a home seeking order, well-being, and self-esteem. Because it's not just about what shows on the outside. It's about how you feel inside. And what you wear underneath your clothes, even if no one sees it, directly affects that. A bra that no longer supports. Panties that ride up, slide down, twist. Loose elastics that don't hold, worn-out fabrics that no longer feel good on your skin. That's not comfort. That's chronic discomfort disguised as, well, it still works. And no, it doesn't work. If you put it on and it bothers you, if you spend the day adjusting it, if you avoid wearing it but still keep it just in case, it's already fulfilled its cycle. And when something no longer serves its purpose, it goes. No guilt. No second thoughts. Because you're not throwing away something useful, you're creating space for what does make you feel good. I'm not saying you should run out and buy a whole new drawer of underwear. No. Just that you deserve to have some pieces that fit you well, support you, and make you feel comfortable and beautiful. Even if it's just for you. Even if no one else sees them. Because that small change can improve your everyday life way more than you think. Also, worn out underwear shouldn't be donated. Nobody wants it, nobody needs it like that. If it's in bad shape, it goes straight into the trash. No second life. No excuses. Do it today. Open that drawer. Take everything out. Go piece by piece. Feel the fabrics, test the elastics. Ask yourself honestly, does this still fit me well? Would I wear this today? Does it make me feel comfortable? If not, toss it. Don't wait. Don't keep it just in case. Don't think it's an exaggeration. Because it's not. It's an act of self-love. Of respect for yourself, your body, your comfort. And when you open that drawer after cleaning it out and see that what's left actually fits, suits you, and you like it, something shifts. It's easier to choose, more enjoyable to get dressed, and simpler to start your day. Because what's there adds to your life, not takes away. Underwear isn't a luxury. It's a foundation. And like any foundation, if it's worn out, it shows. And if it's well chosen, it feels. So start there. Today. One drawer. One decision at a time. And anything that's broken, stretched, loose, uncomfortable, out. Throw it away without hesitation. Because you're worth it. 8. Gifts you never liked. Gifts you never liked are one of the quietest emotional burdens in a home. They're there, on a shelf at the back of a drawer, in a box on top of the closet. Maybe you see it now and then, maybe you avoid it. But deep down, every time you find it, something inside you tenses up. Why is it still there? Because someone you care about gave it to you. Because you feel guilty. Because you think that if you throw it away or donate it, you're being ungrateful. Because at the time, you smiled and said, "I love it." Even if it wasn't true. Because you were taught that gifts should never be rejected. And yes, maybe you shouldn't reject them in the moment. But that doesn't mean they have to live in your house forever. That ornament that never matched your style. That mug with a quote that doesn't resonate with you. That perfume you don't wear. That itchy scarf. That book you have no interest in. These were gestures of kindness, but they don't need to become lifelong burdens. Because a gift, and the affection behind it, are not the same thing. The important part was the intention. And that intention already reached you. You already thanked it. It already fulfilled its purpose. What doesn't make sense is keeping objects that don't make you happy, that you don't use, that you don't even want. That's not gratitude. That's attachment. That's guilt. That's space taken up by things that don't represent you. And the saddest part is, while that gift sits unused in your home, silently, it could be making someone else happy. Someone who does value it, does use it, does enjoy it. Donating is freeing, and it also multiplies the object's value. You have the right to keep only what you like. What represents you. What fits your style, your energy, your current life. And if something doesn't fit, even if it came wrapped with a bow and good intentions, it can go too. You are not obligated to keep what you don't love. You are not betraying anyone by donating a gift. On the contrary, you are being honest with yourself, your space, and your needs. So today, look sincerely. Ask yourself, do I really like this item? Would I use it this week? If I didn't know it was a gift, would I still keep it in my house? If the answer is no, donate. Thank the gesture. Smile at the memory. And let it go. Because your home is your refuge. Your temple. Your reflection. Not a museum of emotional commitments. And when you let go of those things, something feels lighter. You feel more authentic, more free, more yourself. And that's worth more than any ribbon. 9. duplicate or unopened cosmetics from months ago. The world of cosmetics is a universe full of temptations. Every time you walk past a store, they offer you new creams, lipsticks, masks, toners, oils, perfumes. And in that impulse of "I need this," you buy, and buy, forgetting that you might already have something similar at home or that you simply won't use it. How many times have you opened a drawer or shelf full of cosmetics and been surprised by products you bought months, or even years, ago that you haven't even tried? Face cream, hair masks, lip balms, exfoliants, serums, foundations, eyeshadows. But the reality is that most of those products are just sitting there, waiting for their turn, even if that turn never comes. And there's the problem: duplicate or unopened cosmetics that have been sitting for months. Every time you look at that shelf, you're not just seeing products taking up space, you're also filling your mind with a sense of "I should use them." Not to mention that many of these cosmetics have a limited shelf life, and when unused, they can lose their effectiveness or even become dangerous. If you have a bunch of unopened or duplicate products, the first thing you need to ask yourself is, do I really need so many of the same thing? Pick one or two that you actually like and use them. If they're products that really work for you, there's no need to have more than one. Choose the one you like best, the one that works best, and keep it. No more complicated decisions. Just what works, what you like, what makes you feel good. Now the rest. What should you do with the duplicates or unopened items? This is where the important decisions come in. If they're still sealed and not expired, donate them. They could be a blessing for someone else. There are so many people looking for those cosmetics but who can't access or afford them. Why let them sit there collecting dust when they could be helping someone else? If you know you won't use them, donating is the option. It's a generous, freeing act of detachment. Now, the products that are already expired. It's time to face it. Throw them out. We know it's tempting to keep that cream that, even though you didn't use much, still has a bit left. But using expired cosmetics can do more harm than good. They can irritate your skin, lose effectiveness, and even cause allergies or unwanted reactions. So, as hard as it may be, throwing away what has passed its expiration date is the most responsible thing to do. This process not only helps you create space in your bathroom or cosmetic drawer, it also reconnects you with what truly matters. Learning to let go of what's unnecessary, duplicated, or expired brings you into a healthier, less consumerist relationship with beauty products. And the best part is, by doing this, you'll feel lighter, more organized, and more focused on what truly makes you feel good. It's not about having an endless amount of cosmetics. It's about choosing what truly serves you and freeing yourself from what doesn't. Because in the end, it's not the products that make you feel beautiful. It's how you care for yourself, how you value yourself, and how you express yourself through your self-care. That's what really counts. So today, take a look at your cosmetic shelf. How many of those products are you actually using? Which ones make you feel good? And which ones are just there out of obligation or impulse? Take action. Keep what you use and truly need. Donate what's in good condition but you won't use. Throw out what's expired. I promise that when you're done, you'll feel a huge sense of relief, and your beauty routine will be so much simpler. Because what matters is not the quantity, it's the quality of what you have and use. With every small decision you make, you're not just giving space to your home. You're giving it air, giving it freedom. You're giving your mind a breath of fresh air. Because clutter doesn't just take up physical space, it invades your head, creates noise, drowns you in decisions that aren't really yours, and keeps you trapped in things that no longer serve you. Every time you let go of something, you're not just cleaning, you're releasing emotional weight, letting go of what limits you, what weighs you down, what no longer helps you move forward. This method, the 3-basket method, is not just about organizing what you can see. It's also about organizing what you can't see. It's about putting in order what's inside you, what overwhelms you, what makes you feel like you can't handle it all. And sometimes, letting go hurts, of course it does. It hurts because we've held on to those things for so long, not just for their material value, but because they carry stories, memories, promises we no longer need. Letting go is releasing what doesn't belong to you anymore, even if that weight has been part of your life. But I want you to remember something important. It hurts a little today, but living in chaos hurts much more. Living surrounded by things that no longer represent you, by objects that only bring you stress, guilt, discomfort. that's what really hurts you. That's what wears you down. It's easier to live with the essentials, with what truly makes you feel good. And that's the invitation, to make your home a refuge, a place that breathes, that recharges you, that gives you peace. I challenge you to give it a try. Today, grab 3 baskets. It doesn't matter how big or small the space is. You can start with a drawer, a forgotten corner, a shelf full of things you don't even know why you're keeping. Don't overthink it, don't overanalyze. Start with the first thing you see and act. Deciding is the most important part. And once you decide, the rest flows. With every item you choose to throw away, donate, or keep, you'll feel your mind start to organize itself too. It's a liberating process. It's a path toward a home that makes you feel light, comfortable, calm. And if this video helped you, if it gave you that little push you needed to start, I want to ask you something. Share it with another woman who also needs to regain control of her home. Because we are not alone in this. We all deserve to live in spaces that do us good, that inspire us, that lift us up. We don't need to live in chaos. We deserve to live in places that give us peace, clarity, and well-being. So, are you ready to do it? Grab your 3 baskets and start today. Because your home, your peace, and your well-being deserve it.